hard because
I know.
we're can I say it? We're in
Yes.
transition?
Yeah,
Okay, transitioning.
yep.
I use that
So
line.
we don't have the clocks, so different cameras, so, but we're doing our show.
We're winging it.
Yeah, so I'm Brenda Rozzi.
And I'm Rich Russell,
And
and this is,
from the second.
this is our second one, that's something we're working on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure it's always in the second round.
Yes,
And we're going to discuss the city council agenda for tomorrow night.
the Comedy Act.
This is very true.
Well, there isn't really too much in here that's,
Comical?
no, not really.
Yes, well,
Again, we go through the pursuant to Chapter 20, Acts of 22. This meeting will be hybrid. Now, this is what they read at the council, allowing participation both in person in the city council and remotely. Now, there was a crap show that happened at a joint committee on Beacon Hill.
right.
And an individual, I'm not sure if he was a state rep or a state senator, he was visiting constituents trying to get money for an education out at the Springfield area. And the Wokey, because I guess the chairmanship for the council or that committee kind of rotates through every meeting.
Yeah.
This guy wouldn't allow him to participate by remote. Karen Spilka, president of the Senate, our own Senator Pavel Payano were livid, to say the least.
Yeah.
And there were 6 people on the council, there were at least 4 of them that were totally holistic about it. But again, I read that just to let you know what's going on elsewhere.
Right.
And there are some other things going on at
So
the state.
if we can do it for the municipalities, we
Yes.
should be able to do it for the,
If the municipalities are forced to do it,
right.
so should the State House.
That's right, that's right.
And again, so the municipalities only get 20 grand a year, and the state senators are getting anywhere from about 90 plus.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
But, so this is the agenda, it'll be roll call, moment of silence, pledge of allegiance, minutes for the council approval from April 1st and May 6th, and public participation,
Oh, wait
which,
a minute,
What?
April 5th, well, where's April 15th?
I don't know,
And public participation,
which you will always find Rich Russell,
Yeah.
public participation.
yes.
One or
And
two people, that's always there.
Following Mr. Molly.
Yeah.
There are no
Okay.
public hearings, which
No,
is
thank God.
good, bad, or indifferent.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
And then this one is communication from Mayor, City Council, and City Attorney, litigation under the Wage Act and other litigation cases update. And that could go in executive session. And what we should-
Anticipated.
And what we should explain what executive session is.
That's when they boot everybody out and all the dirty dealings get done behind closed doors.
Yep.
That we can't find out about until after the fact, several months later, when everybody, except for the likes of you and I, remember it.
Right, right.
Okay,
Now,
committee reports. Authority to expend $120,000 payoff of Housing Stabilization Fund Neighborhood Restoration Initiative. That's a lot of words that don't mean much. And that's from Sue Fink,
Yeah,
Manager of Financial and Administrative Services, Office of Planning and Development.
yeah, and then transfer $1,281,354 from retained earnings to fund the GLSD fiscal year 25 assessment. That's by William Hill, the Water and Sewer Commissioner.
No, I have no problem with that. Anything they can do to help clean up the river,
I just noticed someone was saying that they had brown water coming out of the drains.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like whatever.
Let's see, here's one. Transfer $792,000 from free cash to fire department overtime account.
Because we don't budget enough.
It should be budgeted.
Oh, well, you know that.
I mean, this is,
Yeah.
they're kind of circumventing what snow removal can get away with. Snow removal can go into deficit spend.
Right.
This is what they're doing, is deficit spending. They're taking money from one fire department account, and then they say, hey, we need more money to fill out the rest of the year. That's the same thing.
Yeah, I also noticed that, Paul Macaron, Director of Support Services and Orange Fire Department, for acting, Chief Patrick Delaney. And I think, I read today's paper, Chief Delaney, acting Chief Delaney's father passed away.
Oh.
So I saw that, yeah.
If so, our sympathies and condolences to the
Yes.
family.
Yes, and then authorization to expend $173,166 from the Green Communities Competitive Grant for upgrades to Lawrence High School.
Have you ever thought of running for city council? You get the number, the money, you do it real good. A lot better than some.
Cause I look at someone and go, holy crap, now
Yeah.
what?
They're spending that money, but they can't pronounce
For
it.
upgrades to Lawrence High School, I went, where's the upgrades going? That's what I wanna know.
Yeah,
I mean, 'cause I can think of.
but again, that's,
At Dan McCarthy's, planning director,
Okay.
so.
all right, ordinance. Now, this one particularly irks the hell out of me. Resolution honoring retired Lawrence firefighter Ron LaValle. And this was put up there by Council Vice President Stephanie Infante.
Right.
Now, if it wasn't for a professional individual like Ron LaValle during the gas explosion, that crisis,
Oh, yeah.
Lawrence, South Lawrence, under his expert directing of out-of-town fire equipment to various things, South Lawrence would be an entirely different story. Now, the thing that irks the hell out of me was, this was first put on the agenda on April 1st. We had April 15th. Okay, on April 1st, this would have been sent to ordinance.
Right.
Okay, now this is just showing up on the ordinance committee on the 20th, May 20th. April 15th and May 6th. What happened with it on those two? And the thing that's further irksome is people can walk in 5, 6, 7, 8 days before an event
An emergency.
and it gets fast-tracked. Here's a guy that saved the city, and he's getting shuffled off to Buffalo.
Wow.
And my own personal opinion, if anybody writes a book about dispatch and fire equipment, his picture should be on the cover. He does an excellent, he's the best I ever heard, and I've been listening for 50 years.
Yeah, like I personally don't know him, but whatever,
Yeah.
but let me tell you, anyone who was on police or fire during the gas explosion, they deserve recognition.
And a little quick aside about Ron, I knew who he was, and I finally got to meet him. We had a Veterans Day celebration over at the airport. This was 4 or 5 years ago. He came up to me and he says, "Are you Rich Russell?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Can I get my picture taken with you?" That to me was an honor.
Well,
Somebody wanted to have a picture taken with me.
come on.
Yeah, again, it is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
The next one, Fiesta Show, Samana and Spana, Campanile Common, June 8th through the 16th. Still don't know, because this is kind of like, they don't want it at the Common. Michael Plants was talking about not having it at the Common, what they're gonna, I don't know where it's gonna be. That's gonna be interesting.
City charter, no, not the city charter, city ordinance states that, that thing shall not be used for carnivals.
Well, no one looks at it.
Yeah,
No, come on.
that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there. Maybe they were going there to break ground for the proposed new work that's going on.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Approval of change of polling locations for B4, which is Valebrook, to North Common Education Complex, the old high school.
Right.
And change of polling location for precinct C3, Arlington Park Apartments, to the Arlington School. Now, I speak of this because I have worked the polls on several occasions, and I know what a crap show
Yeah.
these people have to go through. So anything they can do to consolidate,
Oh,
their work process.
right,
It's 2 less stops that they have to go to make the deliveries.
right.
Instead of making 2 deliveries, one to the old high school and to Valebrook. They make one delivery,
Right,
which is a lot more efficient.
right.
You know, less time consuming, so, I got no issue with it.
No.
And I remember when Bill Maloney was, city clerk, that was one of his pet peeves, is consolidation of the polling
Well,
room.
look at, District F, everything is at South Lawrence East.
Yeah,
You know, which I think is great.
yeah.
Isn't, you know, that everything is one building, go in, whatever. Not the end of it, everyone's in high school.
A is in two locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, Potham and, what's the one across from the fire station on the
Ron?
Rollins. Okay, those are the two for A. B is, okay, the high school.
But is it Mary Immaculate? Or maybe not?
I think they pulled it out of
Are they?
Mary.
Okay.
I think they did that last time.
Okay.
C,
It's two locations.
C's got a couple of locations.
Yeah.
I think they used it, was it the Bruce School? Is
Oh,
it
yeah, which,
C?
yeah.
D, I don't even try to figure it out. I know it's the school that had the mold problem 10 years ago, so I voted City Hall where there was a moldy problem there too, in brain power. Oh, that's it. But again, and then E is, you have several at
I think we have 2 or 3 at,
Frost.
Frost and 1 at Diamond Springs, I believe?
Yeah,
Okay, and then after.
well, over at Diamond Springs, because it's now, it was in Diamond Springs, and they ended up, 2 elections. Back in '21, they moved it to the, that building across the parking lot. Was it the old Y building, or
Oh, I
Boys
don't know.
Club building?
Maybe, I don't know, I don't remember. But I know I go to the Frost, so, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember over there, the first year they did it, I was out holding a sign, and I knew where 150 feet was, and some pompous Democratic big shot came out and moaned and groaned about me being too close, and the warden, she says, if Rich Russell says that's 150 feet, it's 150 feet. He was mad, he just gave me a dirty look.
I get over it, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
178.25.
Okay. Fill position vacant for more than 6 months, neighborhood planner.
So you know what, if we haven't needed it in 6 months, why do we need it now?
Why has it been vacant for 6 months? Why wasn't it filled previous?
Well, we know.
Why wasn't it filled last fall?
Well, because.
Well, that would have been a nice Thanksgiving or Christmas present for somebody, but now it's gonna be, no, I won't say it.
Disclosure of conflict by municipal employee Angeli Basono.
That's a good question. Again, Impacto Lawrence can't be on common June 7th. I'm glad they just made it in there,
Yeah, well.
yeah.
I mean, but that's just it. These people know when they're having their events. Why can't they just, at the beginning of the year, go in and do it? Or even like 3 months prior, and that's something the council should look into. It's saying, if you're having an event in June, you need to come to us in March.
Something the city clerk should send out a postcard to these groups. You had an event, if you're planning on doing it, we will not accept it after this certain date.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Because we don't need to listen to Russell moan and groan about. Okay, Bohemian Sunset.
Warehouse Park,
Yeah,
June 19th to September 3rd, to September 12th.
I saw something about that.
That's at the corner of Canal, and they always have the umbrellas,
Yeah,
flashes and
and they
umbrellas.
got the lights flashing on
Right, and
the
they have, but they get a lot of people there, a lot of people. In fact, there's an article in today's Tribune, if anyone's interested about
I
that.
wonder if they'll be doing any of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay.
I don't think so.
Here's another one that's pushing it close, June 8th.
Yeah.
Evangelism, outreach, can't be on common. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-religious or anything, but there are rules.
Actually, it might be nice if the recreation, someone sends out like January, the first week in January, to all these different organizations. If you're planning an event, you know, please come in within like 3 months of your event.
Yep.
Because at least that way, people will know.
That makes too much
Yeah,
sense.
well, yeah. Okay, and 2 removed handicap parkings, one at 71 Elm Street,
And
another one 3 Danforth,
Okay.
so.
Okay,
No.
Personnel Committee, is this one, isn't this one confirmation of Maurice Aguilar? Didn't they confirm him, now it's just gonna go before the council for a
Right.
full vote?
But that's gonna, then now it's gonna go into executive session, because then they're gonna have to figure out, they're gonna have to do his pay.
$255,000.
Or then we don't have to go executive session.
No. Because I asked, I saw,
It was in the Tribune, wasn't it?
no, I asked Tim. I
Oh.
saw him coming across the parking lot when I was down taking pictures of the
Yeah.
flags on the common. And he said, no, 255.
Okay.
And a 3% raise each of the subsequent years.
Okay.
So
Whatever.
by the end of the third year, he'd be making 270, just under 270.
Hmm.
You know, nothing against the police chief's salary, but my own thoughts, the most professional individual in the city should be the fire chief, and he should be getting the most.
Well,
Okay.
maybe once we get a new fire chief, and not a provisional one. Appointment of Erwin Mata to the zoning board of appeals as an associate member. And they just lost one, so now they have Allegheny one. Just that.
I don't see anything about a class on ethics, on behavior.
Yeah, that should be the new people, not those of us who've been in
I know.
forever. And, but I've already said, if they have a meeting tomorrow night, I will be there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
By the 5:45, I'm walking out the door.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's see, we got a whole bunch of
Table.
tables. Let's see, 24. I'm only gonna do from, anything that was in 24. We still haven't heard anything about the community concerns regarding the parking meters. That was, that meeting was 3 months ago.
Yeah, I
We
know.
haven't heard any feedback on that.
Nope.
I still have no idea what the home rule petition establishing credible service for police and fire is. You wear the uniform, that's credible to me.
Yeah,
Stop, those stop signs, those things, those 2 or 3 stop
Yeah.
signs are being pulled. You know what my thoughts are on childcare, stops parking. I know it's down toward your neck of the woods, but a 4-way stop sign at Genesee and
No,
Madison.
they've already said, they said no.
Okay,
There's no traffic.
yeah,
What do you, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
okay,
Now we have a bunch of new business.
okay.
I'll do it. Authorization to expend $44,000 Sustainable Materials Recovery Programs from Mass DEP.
Oh, recycling coordinator, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Authority to expend $250,000 waste reduction project for permanent household hazardous waste facility. Again, a recycling coordinator.
okay, declaration, disposition of real property. There's a bunch of them. First one is 389 Water Street.
Yeah. Acting, and
Acting
these are all from Charlotte Pasquale, Acting Community Development Director.
Acting. 113 Exchange Street.
Okay,
Where the heck is this one? To Molesfield View Place? Where the heck is that?
I have no idea.
Never even heard of it.
Uh,
I've lived here 75 years. I've never heard of this stupid street.
I'm trying to place 46, where 46 Cedar Street is. I know where Cedar Street is, but
Yeah.
trying to place where 46 Cedar Street is.
Mm.
And then, we have 266, 272 Jackson
What's
Street.
the Home Equity Theft Act?
Huh?
What's the Home Equity Theft Act?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, now, we have a bunch of them,
6 of them to be exact.
63 to 65 Newbury Street. And they have They're described as map 87 for the next 6 of them, and they're further sub-described as lot 51.5, 51.6, 51.7, 51.9, 51.13, and 51.16. To me, it sounds like, I gotta be careful, I have a favorite word for these things. Sounds like condos.
Sounds like it.
Isn't that the one that's on the corner of Haverhill and Newbury?
I don't know. I don't know. Handicap parking, 24 Rose Street.
Remove handicap parking on Crescent Street, and the next one, same guy wants handicap parking another place on Crescent Street. That doesn't
Must have
matter.
moved. Handicap on 66 Floral Street.
Yeah,
And then remove the one at 19 Exchange. If I can
okay.
understand, you moved from Exchange to Floral.
Now we got a couple of childcare parking, 140 Exchange Street and 129 Trenton Street. You know, I did send you that link to the state that you could go in and check. And I checked a couple and they were approved by the state.
Okay.
So, that access is available if the public wants to get nosy and
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. Four-way stop sign intersection Catherine Street and Ferry Street.
Hmm.
And I can't, one-way Campo Seco Street toward Ferry Street? It's a small street.
Why is the mayor pushing it? Request access sidewalk for produce display, 274 South Broadway,
That's the-
Gomez's Meat Market.
That's, you know where that is, in between Drake and Easton.
I know.
Yeah.
I hope they've had the refrigerators out because they describe themselves as a meat market. They
They want to do produce,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Creation of an ordinance regulating on-street parking of oversized vehicles. They want to base it on length versus weight.
There shouldn't be any oversized parking.
No, there shouldn't be. My own personal feeling, having seen a lot of vehicles try to make some impossible turns, 51-foot trailers should not be allowed in the city of Lawrence. But it is what it is. Okay.
4 days of worship, O'Connell Park, South Corman, August 7th through 10th.
Okay. Campana Evangelistica, O'Connell Park, June 22nd, July 13th. Hey, my birthday, August 17th.
Yeah.
And Richard Reyes' birthday also.
That's right. Community Fun Day Out, O'Connell Park, June 28th.
Relocate 2 JO poles for our friend Dave Johnson.
Okay, appropriation transfer, $116,800 from free cash to the Office of Planning Development Infrastructure account. Payment of construction of easements for Mass DOT Lawrence Rail Trail project.
I don't even want to get started on the rail trail project. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Rezoning of a parcel on Madison. Oh, Madison Street, then maybe that's the reason they want the four-way at Madison and Genesee.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
From industrial to single-family residential. Now it's got Stephanie's approval, Dan's approval, and Juan Vasquez.
must be the first one I wanted.
Okay, now, this one, the last one, is a whole new can of worms.
You think?
The last meeting, they did a quick run-through for the FY '24 city budget audit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I read portions of it, and they must have wore the rubber stamp out by saying everything's okay. Yet they want to do FY '25, which isn't even finished yet,
Yeah.
and, you know,
Lawrence Police Department?
yeah, for the police department.
But you have to understand, probably it's a good thing, because look at who we've had in there. So it's not, let's,
We've had good, we've had bad, we've had good, we've had bad, we've had good. I won't comment on,
but we,
it's, again, how fast can they turn something around like this? They can't.
yeah, no,
This isn't something you're gonna go in there and in the space of a week do an audit.
No.
It is what it is.
but I'm thinking, but, we need to, it's probably a good idea to see, especially with the new police station coming.
Yep.
Because when is that supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be, sometime next year.
Okay.
I'm trying to, because they still have it covered in, construction wrap.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's really going on underneath the thing, but
okay, what do you have? Fiscal year 2026 budget, oy vey. That's all I
yes,
can say.
yes. And people will say, how do you get stuff like this?
You
And there's
will.
an old country song, I got friends in high places.
You do.
Not low places, I got friends in high places, and
And the thing is, if you go and ask, you can get it.
And again, the rule of thumb with what I do is I know who I can get away with picking on.
Right.
And I know how to do it, and I know who to leave alone.
Right.
It is what it is. But for those who haven't had a chance to get into the numbers, I spent 50+ years as a surveyor, so I'm familiar with numbers. Numbers fascinate me. I like the way people manipulate numbers or try to try to twist them around.
Right.
Okay. Last year's budget for the entire city was $434 million. $434,678,000. No, I'm sorry. Did I just blow my chances to become a council?
I think you did.
Oh, man. Okay. $434,678,066 was the budget
Last year.
for FY '25.
And we're on a spending freeze.
Yeah, we're on a spending freeze, no. Okay, through April 22nd of this year, we had spent $323,993,941. If I take the number of weeks left in the year from April 22nd to June 30th, it would have been 9. So 9/52 of, on 9/52 or 43/52 of the budget should be what that they had spent as of April 22nd.
Right.
They had spent like I said, the 323 million. They should have spent, now if everything was prorated across the boards, they should have spent $359,445,328, but they didn't. There's a discrepancy there of $35.5 million, but we got a budget freeze, and they're taking money from free cash and stealing was such a guilty word. Transferring funds from various accounts to where it's needed.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that how expensive doing this city council chamber was gonna be, but again, that's another story.
Well,
Okay.
the picture, looking at the city council chamber, it's horrible.
Again, I apologize. I still haven't found out who did me in on Facebook because those pictures would have been up. The only place my pictures have popped up are in Rumble News.
Right.
Dahlia posted them. It is what it is. Okay, now, what I said, the $434,678,066, that was last year's approved budget. This is what the mayor's asking for this year. $469,611,865. That is a $1,933,799 increase over last year's budget. Now, that's what he recommended. I'm not saying he's gonna get,
No, I hope not.
but he can't get any more. They can only take away.
Right,
But that is an 8% increase across the board for the city budget. Now, I am in the category of retired. Unfortunately, I enjoyed what I was doing, and what I did for a living didn't really have much of a pension plan. I got screwed back 30 years ago when the market crashed. I lost what was in my pension. So I live on Social Security, and I also live on a VA disability. Last year, I got, I think it was 2% or 2.4% increase. The mayor's looking for an 8%, okay? I have read in the paper and online in the past couple of days that Social Security cost of living for next year will probably be around either 2.4 or 2.5%. Wait a minute. How come the city is increasing their budget by almost triple what my cost of living and anybody in Social Security is gonna be? You know, you explain that one to me.
yeah.
It is what it is. But again, there was some interesting things in there. Now, we all know that, if I can't show that, let's see. We'll just go through the various departments. The city council budget is going up by $26,000, and that's gonna be, let's see. Last year, the budget for personal services was $318,000 plus dollars.
Yeah.
This year, next year, it's gonna be $342, so that's a $24,000 increase. Let's see.
Well, pay for this thing.
But again, the salaries and wage increases for the city council are for temporary,
We have temporary council?
unless they're talking about the salaries for the recording secretary,
Oh, maybe.
Therese, well, that would be part of Teresa's thing. Maybe for those that attending the committee meetings,
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but $21,000. Okay, mayor's office, that's always a goodie.
oh, yeah.
It's only a $25,000 raise in salaries in the mayor's office. We have,
Who's not getting a raise?
the only one getting a raise is the mayor, $25,000. That's what he recommended. Now, the fact he recommended it does not mean he's gonna get it.
Right.
It still has to be approved by the
Right,
council
right.
on this council to have it take effect for the next mayor,
Oh, so it won't go in fact into,
until the next mayor raises his right hand.
oh, so it won't go in effect until.
Immediately.
Oh, okay, it won't, like, July 1st is when the new budget starts.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
That's the problem with budgets versus terms of service.
Okay.
So, I mean, they can approve it, but like I said, whoever, and I'm not saying anything,
I know.
whoever becomes mayor will be getting, hopefully, maybe, hope not, kind of, you pick the appropriate phrase
I know.
for it.
Yeah.
But again, nobody else is getting raises, but again, further on
Wow.
down the list,
Yeah, then it, yeah.
somebody associated with the mayor's office spouse will be getting.
Of course.
Okay, now we go. CAFO. I don't know if the acting CAFO is getting this salary or what, but the CAFO makes $225,865. No raises there at all in the CAFO's office.
Okay.
I can live with that. The comptroller's office, no raises at all. The controller, $139,000. The assistant controller, $100,000.
Controller.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Isn't that the one that's the acting capo now? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see, purchasing agent. No, oh, wait a minute, we now have, wait a minute, what did we do here?
We have a
The
person.
purchasing office had 2 people working in it. The principal account clerk is no longer a salaried position at $48,000. They now have an assistant purchasing agent at $77,000. So, $28,000. What else have we got here?
The people that do the work don't get paid.
Carlos, the IT director, he's getting a $3,000 raise. The network administrator is getting a $7,000
Who's the
raise.
network
I have no idea.
Okay.
And
Didn't know we had one.
3 technicians are gonna be splitting $5,800. Chief assessor, this is the assessor's office. Chief assessor, Alexi, getting a $3,400 raise.
Hey, not a problem.
He should be getting more than that.
How many times did he get nothing?
The 2 assessors are gonna be splitting $616. Okay? The assistant assessors, the 1 assistant assessor is gonna be losing $1,500.
Why?
$30, they're gonna be losing $60 a paycheck, I don't know why. Must have aggravated somebody. Okay, the treasurer / tax collector, now this one's kind of a weird one. This is only half their salary. They're obviously holding down a secondary position. Their salary's going from $66,484 to $69,000, so they're getting a $2,500 raise.
Okay.
Okay, you figure that one out. Okay, wait a minute. That's the treasurer's office. Oh, okay, they do half-time in the treasurer's office, and they do half-time in the tax collector's office.
Okay.
So they get they get a total of $138,000. Let's see, the accountant, no changes in salary, $1. The accountant is getting a $1 raise. I don't know, Jesus, is that gonna break the city?
That will be the one that they'll say, no, we can't, we're not gonna approve it.
Again, same thing with the principal account clerk. Oh, we got 3 of them. They're gonna be splitting $1.33. I hope they don't all spend it in the same place. Folks, I can't make this up.
No.
Okay, Office of Personnel. Personnel Director, $130,000.
Okay.
Confidential Secretary is going from $70,000, another pet peeve of mine, going from $70,000 to $72,800. Benefit aid, going from $65,000 to $68,100. And the personnel aid is going from $60,000 to $63,000. So they get a total of a $10,400 raise, which I really won't argue with.
No.
Okay. City Attorney's Office.
Oh, it's only one city attorney right now.
Yeah, tell me about it. City Attorney will be getting a $5,500 raise, up to $160,000.
Okay.
The first assistant,
Haven't put up with Tom Duggan, he deserves more.
should have been getting a $5,000 raise, so the city's saving, that would have been to $135,000.
Oh, but they're looking for an attorney.
Second assistant city attorney, that's a tongue twister, $124,800. The confidential secretaries, now this is kind of strange here. Last year there were 2. okay?
Still are too.
Yeah, that, and they were making a total of 127.8. Now they've gone down to, the mayor's recommending 1.5.
Yeah, because,
Yeah, I know.
part-time,
And, they're saying the mayor's recommendation going from 127.8 to 80,000, but I understand she's gonna be getting more than that,
I certainly hope so.
yes.
I certainly hope so.
So, there's a net saving of $38,851 in salaries, but you also gotta factor in another 130,000 because one of the salaries,
Right.
this position is vacant.
Right.
City clerk. Our friend Eileen's getting the Zippo,
What?
$122,004. Assistant clerk, 69,611. The three principal account clerks, they're gonna be, sharing, $1 less than $6,800 raise between them. I assume it's gonna be between them.
Well, you would hope.
Yeah, well, we
One
will.
never knows.
Wages, salaries, wages, temporary is 10,000, so $8,200 in the city clerk's office, I got no problem.
No, but
They're- they're the
I
heartbeat.
honestly think, I mean.
I do too,
Yeah.
Okay. The election department. The assistant city clerk in charge of the election department, a $1 cut in pay.
What?
Went from $69,611 to $69,610. Yep. The three principal account clerks, again, they're gonna be splitting $1 less than $6,800 between them. Salaries, wages, and whatever, it's gonna be saving $18,000. Now, I'm curious if that $18,000 savings is gonna be because of consolidation of two more polling locations.
Maybe.
It could be.
Okay.
Vital statistics, is there anything in there? No, nothing. Okay, now we're into planning and development. Some of our
That's a shit
favorites.
show.
Okay. Community Development Director, Manager. Staying the same, $125, $280. Now we have a newly created position of Financial Administrative Services. Newly equals $110,000. Finance Officer, newly created,
That newly created finance officer?
huh?
The finance officer is newly created?
Also, another $110,000. Field Operations Supervisor, the two of them are gonna be splitting $9,900, which is, what, $90 a week, $180 per paycheck? Community Health Specialist is gonna be going from $55,121 up to $65,000. Data Specialist / Outreach Coordinator. Wow, Jesus, we afford $44,226. Mayor's Health Task Force Coordinator,
Okay.
new position. Was not there last year. That's now worth $87,360. We have Projects Officer II. I don't know if they're Navy or it's just Roman numeral. It is what it is. Three of them, they are gonna be splitting, $6 less than a $12,000 raise between them. So it's $4,000 apiece. And, They lost, $238,834 in grant reimbursements. So for the bottom line there, the ultimate increase for a community development office is $161,000. Oh,
What's that one?
Office of Planning. Office of Planning and Development Director, a $55,400 raise from $140,400 to $195,800. Uno person. Director of Project Management and Development. This is a new position,
Of course it is.
$124,800.
And then you wonder why our taxes go up and why the people are pissed.
Yep. So they did do away with some positions. So the bottom line is, Office of Planning, they managed to finagle to a net loss in salaries of $41,000. They went from 11 to 9 people.
Yeah, but we all know that will go back.
Yeah, again. Zoning Board. Zoning Board. No salary increases at all for anybody on that and that. Oh, Economic Development. Business Economic Development Director, it's getting a $3,500 raise up to $124,000. Economic Development Project Officer, 2 of them, they're gonna be splitting a raise of $27,600. So there'll be $179,600, which would be 89,800 bucks a piece. And an administrative assistant will be getting almost a $2,600 raise up to $57,800. You know, I found a lot of things, both in business and in the military. The assistants do the most work and get the least recognition, and more importantly, the least pay.
That's always the way.
Police Department. The mayor has recommended $245,235, but with my understanding, what I was told in a conversation, the mayor wanted to give the new chief $255,000. So this new salary must have come out after this was done. Deputy chief,
We don't have one.
we do now at $175,000.
Okay, who's the deputy chief?
I can't make it up.
I know.
Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, okay, here. Now, this is what the mayor has recommended for salaried positions, uniform positions. He's recommended 5 captains at $498,124, no raises for them. 10 lieutenants at $870,580, no raises for them. 22 sergeants at a total of $1,611,382, no raises for them. 135 patrol officers, no raises for them.
If we stop losing police officers, it'll be great.
Yeah, well, the patrol officers are worth $8,908,996. Okay, now let's see where we get any major things here. The plant manager is getting a $7,500 raise.
For who?
Plant manager,
For what?
nice guy.
Okay.
Then they get a bunch of shift differentials, career incentives, so it's, that portion of the police budget went up $577,000. Animal control,
Yeah, when you can find someone.
wowsy, yes. 2 animal control officers, no raises, $108,125. Overtime, $15,000, longevity, $2,000, uniform allowances, $400. Fire department. The mayor has the FY25 budget. The fire chief's salary was $203,847,000. $203,847, yeah. The mayor is recommending $198,000. He's cutting it by $5,800.
For what?
Who's the fire chief?
What?
Yep. Assistant fire chief, 150 grand. That's a new position.
We have deputies, we don't need assistants. We have 4 deputies.
Okay, let me go to the next page. Okay. Deputy chiefs, we got 4 of them.
Yeah. It should be, it's-
No raises.
Oh, of course
They're
not.
getting they're getting about $108,000 apiece. Doing quick math in my head. 7 captains, they're making $644,000, so that would be about $90,000. We got 21 lieutenants that are gonna be sharing a $2,600 raise. So it's $100, that's $2 a week, $4 per paycheck. They'll have that. He's given the firefighters, 79 firefighters, a $67,000 raise total. So that's, what,
Nothing.
800?
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know. Let's see what else we got in here. So the salaries went up by $35,000. They knocked out holiday pay. Holiday pay went from $520,000 down to $493,000. Overtime holiday went from, they saved another $34,000. Oops, I saw a word I hadn't seen in quite a while.
What was this again?
Stipend.
Okay.
Stipends, $292,760, which is what it is. Nobody in fire alarm is getting any serious raises. Nobody in the maintenance is getting any serious raises. Maintenance superintendent, $101,661. Superintendent of the fire alarms is $101,163. The 2 electricians make just under $75,000 apiece. Let's see.
How do you justify some of these people?
I don't.
I don't, people who should be getting more money are getting Zippo or almost nothing, yet I don't understand. I just don't understand it.
Oh, let's see, what do we got? Code enforcement. Okay, inspectional service, code enforcement. Dash HS ampersand, I like saying ampersand. A lot of people don't know what an ampersand is. NEI, they went from 6 to 8, so I put on 2 more. And the change in salaries is another
That's a code enforcement?
yes, 119.
Well, let's hope they train them before they send them out. I know that's asking for too much, I'm sorry.
As long as they know how to, no, I can't say that either. They don't need to get this place in trouble. Let's see. Building division, this is inspectional service, building division. Supervisor. Got eliminated. We saved $65,000.
Oh, why did you get eliminated one?
We get a finance officer at $79,000. And the rest of the positions are all cuts in pay. The code enforcement, 8 of them are gonna be suffering a $10,000 cut in pay. That's what, $1,250 a piece. Sealer of weights and measures. No, that's still staying at 72,341. I wonder if that position has been filled by, if he took the test.
Oh. Who knows?
2 nurses. Their salaries went up to $173,000, so they're sharing each getting a $7,300 raise. It's $150 a week.
Okay. What do the nurses actually do?
City physician, he's still getting his 30 grand. Dr. Gorn.
Oh. Okay.
See what else we get here. Licensing board. Licensing board coordinator, getting a $1,300 raise.
Of course he is. Are you surprised? I'm not.
Board member stipends, $9,800. Yeah.
Not surprised.
Emergency management. $105,000. That's for the emergency management director, a position that did not exist.
Oh, look.
We don't even want to go into,
You don't even go into that because
they don't give you any, they don't give you any breakdown on the salary, the serious salary.
No.
Public Works, seldom works, hardly works, never works.
No, I mean,
DPW director, okay, let's see, that's something ain't kosher, okay. This is for 65%, this is 65% of his salary, $135,200, okay, so we do, cut that in half, 135, so that's 67 and 135 is $202,000.
for what?
Well,
Oh, maybe it's gas for the car.
I gotta find out where that other third of 35% is, but again,
Whatever.
okay. DPW, deputy DPW directors, they wanted 2 of them. That was budgeted last year. Mayor's recommendation is 1. It was a change of 1.
Okay.
So last year's budget was $990,000. This year's budget, the mayor's recommended. Now, we lost 1, so you figure you're gonna be cut down to about 95? No, 124,800. But it shows in the column that they saved $65,000. What else do we got here? The ADA coordinator is getting a $5,800 raise. Now, I don't think this is Richard Rodriguez.
Who's the ADA coordinator?
I don't know. I thought Richard had one of those little,
I don't know.
yeah, whatever, okay. New position. Manager of Finance and Administrative Services, $90,000, new position. Yet, with everything that has been factored in, Public Works Administration showing that they cut their salary their request by
Okay.
$61,500.
Yeah.
Okay, cut this, yeah. City engineer, half pay, he gets
We don't
47.
have one,
We never have had one since,
long time ago.
we had two of them. Actually, we had three of them. After the guy got fired, the guy that had been there,
Oh,
and then we had the woman to come in, we had to loan her money so she could buy out from Stone and Webster or something.
right, yeah.
Okay, and they gave her a stipend to pay that out,
Okay.
and then we had the one that went to North Andover? Andover, North Andover, nice guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And then he left, and then we had a guy that came in, and he decided to leave to concentrate on his own business. Smart move. You know, it's kind of hard to get in trouble when you're doing your own, you're working your own business. But city engineer, half pay is $47,640. I gotta find out where the rest of that comes from. That'd be interesting. What do we got here? No serious, oh, wait a minute. We now have a new position in the Public Works Street Maintenance Division of a storekeeper. Worth $50,000.
What?
You know, you need a can of paint, you need some nuts and bolts to put up traffic signs, you need a battery for the flashing speed signs.
So no one can just go now.
Yeah, I know. Recycling coordinator, making $16 under 75 grand. Outreach coordinators, two of them,
Okay.
they get a total of a $5,600
No,
raise.
we haven't.
55,
Half these positions, I mean,
I know. Graffiti removal specialist, we have two of them.
okay.
Did you know?
Haven't seen that truck in years.
I know it. Public Works Parks Maintenance. The foreman makes $70,558. The two graffiti specialists, removal specialists, they're getting a $2,080 raise up to $100. So they're making $60,00015.
Wow.
And it,
Anyway, you sit there and you shake your head, because really, what else? Yeah.
you know, I enjoy seeing the new positions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To see if they're getting filled by.
Public Works Fleet Maintenance. You know, we had a fleet and equipment supervisor,
Did not know that. Who is it?
because it's brand new,
Oh, well done.
worth $104,000.
Okay, why don't we just keep adding new positions to the city?
Yeah.
Do we really need, if we haven't need, if we
But
haven't
we
need these positions in the past, why do we need them now?
well, we lost,
Because the supervisors don't wanna work, so let's hire someone to do the work for them, but they'll still get paid the big bucks.
but we lost the general foreman of the municipal garage who was making $70,558.
Maybe we lose them to
So, I am pretty much guessing that the foreman became the equipment supervisor at a $35,000 raise. I can't make it up.
No, I know.
Nothing in the Public Works facility maintenance. Do I want to look at ice and snow ops, or does that, whoops.
Yeah.
DPW parking division, no changes. Bellevue Cemetery. There's a favorite one. The cemetery director was making 95 grand. is now gonna be making 124.
Of course,
It must be nice to have friends in real high places.
yeah, exactly.
Health and Human Services. I won't go touching into any of that. Well, one or two of them are. Oh. Community Health Specialist is a new position, 57,800. We lost a program assistant. We went from 4 program assistants down to 3.
Okay,
The 4 program assistants were making a total of almost $137,000.
Oh.
Now we went down to 3. The 3 of them are gonna be making a total of $141,000. You know, we had a Vietnamese coordinator.
I do,
Yes, they will be making almost $30,000.
yeah,
I gotta run up behind them and yell, "Dong Lai!" Vietnamese for halt.
Oh.
Diddy Mao. Means get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Office of Veteran Services. Director of Veteran Services. $79,982. No raise.
well, it just came on, so,
Confidential Secretary. $56,650. No raise. I hear conflicting stories about this.
I know,
Like I said, this woman has my name. If you look deep enough into my records, you probably can find my IQ on my DD 214. My parents' name, where I was born, where I enlisted,
Yeah.
my social security number, my date of birth, and my old Army service number.
right,
And this person is getting $16,000 at least less
the confidential.
than the other confidential secretaries.
Yeah, I know. There's no rhyme or reason who's getting a raise, who's not, well, there is a reason who's getting a raise, but there's a rhyme to why people are not getting it, people who deserve it aren't getting it. But it's all, it's like ridiculous.
Okay, now, I've been hearing rumors that they are gonna be putting a part-timer in there. Okay, you realize that, well, the Billy Collins,
Right,
there's
there's
two
positions,
2 positions, part-time.
right,
Neither one of them are in the tabulation.
because of your one.
Recreation Department, no major raises. The library. Oh, the director gets a $7,000 raise up to 122.
She's doing a lot though at the library. She's got
Assistant
public-
director's getting an $11,400 raise up to 86.4. The adult reference librarian is getting a $17,000 raise up to 56.13, but again, I got a sick
Yeah.
mind. Adult reference, no, I won't go there. With computers, no, I can't.
But I'm just saying, I mean, she has brought a lot to the library. Yeah.
Literacy coordinator, we had one of them.
I do not.
We do now at a rate of $50,425.
Okay.
What else do we got here? They went from 27 salaried positions last year to 33 this year, at a total increase of almost $284,000. And the rest of this is all debt service with no names or positions. But again, it makes for interesting reading, and I have a big stack of these at home.
Sure.
And this information is available online.
Right,
Go to the,
and starting tonight till Thursday anyway, there's going to be
let's see,
hearings on the budget.
tonight,
Tonight,
Wednesday night. Okay, as a matter of fact, no, they won't be doing it tomorrow.
oh yeah, because city council, I'm sorry.
Okay, tonight, they will be discussing Office of Budget and Finance, Controller, Purchasing, IT, Assessor, Treasurers, Tax Collector, Office of Personnel, City Attorney, City Clerk's Division, City Clerk's Office, Elections and Vital Statistics. That's what they will be discussing.
Tonight.
They hope to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Go over.
Wednesday night,
Okay.
they will be discussing, yes.
Yeah.
The City Council, the Mayor's Office, and then under the Office of Planning and Development, Community Development, Planning Office, Planning Boards and Commissions, Planning Zoning Board, Economic Development. I got issues. Some of those things should be consolidated instead of
Oh, yeah.
digressing them.
Yeah.
Oh, can't go under that one.
I'm going to that one.
That's the
That's all.
eve of destruction of laws. And, let's see, that's Wednesday. Thursday night, they have, they're gonna be having hearings, but again, that one probably will be canceled because, Thursday night's only gonna be good for ducks. It's gonna be raining like a son of a gun.
Yeah, well.
Starting at 6 o'clock. Big time.
Yeah, well,
It is what it is. And then, they're showing the possibility of Monday and maybe Tuesday if needed.
yeah. Well, Monday's a holiday. Monday's Memorial.
Well,
It'll be
whenever the next
Tuesday.
available day
It'll be
is.
Tuesday, yeah.
Uh,
Tuesday. But,
Then we'll get, what's left over. I mean, I can't, I really can't see too much that's gonna cause any problems there.
Yeah.
But
no. But anyway, so,
again.
Yeah.
So how many loose
what time is it?
cannons?
We're going over, but.
Yeah. How many loose cannons do we have on the council that wanna get nitpicky?
Well, it's gonna be interesting. So it's just, like I said, people who deserve it don't get it, leave.
Yeah,
People who don't deserve it, let's just make them let's give them
And I don't have-
$60,000-$70,000 raises.
And I don't have the breakdown for last year where the mayor was number 24 on the salary wise. What was he making, $100,385, that was his salary, he was number 24.
Yeah.
But again, you look at it and I'll be honest, in all honesty, the thing that fascinates me is the fact that no other areas complain about the amount of money that the state throws at us, because our taxes don't support the budget.
No.
Nowhere even close to it.
No.
We got one of the lowest tax rates around, people complain. So what can we say?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Well, tomorrow night, come hopefully see the new police chief confirmed
In the new chamber,
in the new chief. Oh, please.
chamber.
Can't wait to see how much more they've done to it.
That's gonna be one of my questions about my rants, how come you have guys, actually, Wednesday will be 3 weeks on that public record request.
Yeah.
The information I requested there. Yeah,
I just don't, I mean, it did need some upgrading, but why would you take out windows? I mean, seriously? You take out 4 windows.
you need a good background for the 110-inch TV screen that's gonna be up over Giovanni's head.
Yeah.
Do
I'm sorry.
I know anybody that's gonna be installing that No, I shouldn't
I
say that.
I don't understand why, but then again,
This is Lawrence.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly. And they're gonna raise the desk. I can see someone tripping.
I was talking to Anna Levy about that, because the last time I was there, I saw her, she was, yesterday when I saw her at the, well, Saturday when I saw her up at Bellevue at the cemetery, the ceremony, I said, I saw you looking. I said, that could be a very good retirement for you. You roll your chair off and you go in the city. You know, but again,
So not unless where they move the door to, they're gonna put the platform there to go all the way around, so there's not gonna be any way you can roll your chair off. But who knows? I don't know. And
never say never.
that's very true, because, yeah. I guess Teresa's gonna be in the middle.
Here, hold my glass of
Yeah,
water.
I guess Teresa and Jennifer's gonna be in the middle. I don't understand. I can't envision it, I don't know.
People a lot smarter than us are getting paid a lot more money to make these
Stupid decision?
decisions,
Okay.
command decisions.
But anyway, so.
Why? I don't know why.
Well, none of us do.
Yeah.
Well, every time you shake your head, really? What is going on? But anyway, so tomorrow night, City Council Chambers, 7:00.
Yeah.
We'll be there if I see this still there.
Yeah, yeah, right. I heard they're taking the benches out, they're gonna bring in chairs. I'm looking for a recliner,
Yeah.
little, something, drink holder on the side, a little cooling.
Like they have with the movies. That would be cool.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yep.
We can get that.
So,
Wouldn't that be cool? But anyway, yeah, come join us. Usually just ask them, well, Mr. Molly's there for a while, but then
and
he leaves.
they should be, if all goes well, they should be swearing in,
Well, they won't swear him in tomorrow night. I don't think.
I don't know.
Because they never do. They will probably do it
Well, I mean, the swearing in will get in,
on Wednesday.
in the mayor's office where nobody gets to see it.
Oh.
Well, again, now we got somebody else to ignore us and giving us, breaking news. Now that,
You know my thoughts, like I said, and I keep saying this right along, to people, when they'll see people say to me, so what's going on in the city? I don't know. I said,
the one, I gotta get a job application from the city.
for what?
Besides running for city council. Something I saw in the news this morning, that I emailed you, about the HALO Act, which is, there are people in the House and the Senate in Massachusetts that want to create a buffer zone of 25 feet from any police, or actually any public safety event. Too many
But
people,
are we talking like fire?
fire, police.
Okay.
Okay, you know, consider what happened out in Worcester and what's happened in,
Yeah.
they want to be able to have a set 25 foot distance.
Yeah.
I want to apply for the position of police surveyor,
Oh, hey.
you know? I got a roll up, 25 foot roll up tape.
You do.
Yeah.
Talk to Jen, he's the one that's started hiring.
Yeah, I know.
Police, for the police department, he's the one,
Yeah.
whatever.
It is what it is, you know, and I know the new police chief.
And we know the new police chief,
Yeah.
so what's the problem here?
Yeah, I'm good friends with all of them.
Yeah, we all set.
Gee,
Yeah.
would that mean that in order to have me on call, they'd have to give me an encrypted police radio?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, but like going back to communication, there isn't any. We either find out
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock the night before that there's something happening at 10 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
Or we find out at
After-
5 o'clock in the afternoon that something happened that day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and I repeat this over and over and over again.
And it falls on
When
deaf
Dan
ears.
Rivera was mayor of the city of Lawrence,
Yep.
if Dan Rivera burped,
Yep.
there was a press release.
Yep.
We knew what was going on days in advance, so people could plan. People could plan on attending. People could be there.
Brenda,
We don't know.
Brenda, who is Dan's press release individual?
Kate Riley.
Kate Riley. She
the
knew,
best.
she knew the system.
She was the best.
Yes.
Oh my God, she
Yes.
was so, I mean,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if something was happening, like spur of the moment, like something, whatever, I would get a phone call saying, okay, this is what's happening, can you be there? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But we know nothing, I know nothing.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you laugh, it's just ridiculous.
It's like we have Colonel Clink in charge of disseminating information, and we are the Sergeant Schultzes. We know nothing.
That's my favorite program, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's Abner's favorite program too.
I mean, I saw the guy, I saw Clink painting the sky. Yeah, you missed a spot. Or was he practicing to do the council
There
chamber?
was a thing, when Dave Abdi was city councilor, and he's like, I have to get home, this is running late, I have to get home for lunch from Elgin Zeros. It's like, oh, my favorite.
Talking about that, Brenda knows me well enough to know, don't call me between 6 and 8 o'clock at night because I'm studying military history. MASH. I'm a MASH fanatic.
Yep,
It is what it is.
I love
So-
it, anyway. So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow night,
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Yep.
Come join us, come, like I said, bring the popcorn if you want.
So with that,
We will, hopefully,
hopefully,
hopefully we'll be in our new digs
Yeah,
for the next,
I was gonna sing, but too many people have told me that sing solo they can't hear me. If I was gonna sing, we gotta get out of this place, but again, I can't do that.
But anyway, but yeah, like I said, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay,
Bye.
I'll do my Julia Child's departure. We wish you a fond adieu.